What's up, y'all? A lot of growth on the channel right now. A lot of interactions. A lot of just, I love it. I wish I was able to talk. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of interactions, and I love it. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Today, we have a game that is supposedly really sad. Okay? Different style game. The last game that I played that was really sad was that other one with like the wolf and stuff. It was really sad. If you want to go check it out, I'll post it like right here, or I'll tell you like the video. Let me know ideas for what I should do for 600. I posted on my Instagram, and a lot of people said I should do another 24-hour stream.
You guys like to see me in pain, I guess.
Let's get into the game. Hello. Welcome to my channel. And thank you for tuning into Gaming with Jose. Yeah. It's gonna be a good one. Alright, so for today's game, as you guys saw in the title, thumbnail, whatever, what remains of Edith Finch? Okay, I actually know nothing about this game. I just saw it on a TikTok. They was like, oh yeah, that was like one of the saddest games I've ever played, whatever. I'm like, okay, let's try it, because why not? You like to be sad. Edith Finch. A journal. She has a broken arm, or she has like something nasty. Okay. Did I do something wrong?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
The beginning with the house. I love I love everything about this so far. My dumbass didn't hit record. I never do that. I always mess up on pressing record. And how annoying is that?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh, okay. Can I run? Oh, there's no running. It's just a zoom in. Orca's Island, whatever.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked
Whoa.
urgent, open immediately.
Okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, damn, that's sad. Damn. No trespassing. Hello. Oh, that was a part of the thing.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Crazy.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Crazy. Wait, so her mom's not alive either? Am I Edith Finch? Is that... But it's what remains of Edith Finch.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hoof prints? Oh, driven? Okay. Wow, this was a driveway? No way. Nah, this is not a... Damn. Big ass deer. Is that a deer or an elk? Don't know.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Inherited?
But now I have questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Crazy. Imagine a house talking. Monster house?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
What in the hello neighbor is this shit? Bro, I have nightmares about that game still. Not even that it was scary. It was just so hard. Let's go this way. Missing.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Milton Finch. My brother, obviously his funeral and all that, but he went missing, which is crazy. Milton. Okay, just all over the place, huh?
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Interesting. Maybe the key?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Crazy.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Interesting. Imagine a house waiting. So far, I'm not nervous, but I am. Like, the anticipation of everything. I want to know what happened to the house. I want to know what transpired here. Why did the brother go missing? Why this? Why that? Break into a house. It's the first thing. I'm Mexican, so I got it. But we gotta...
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Yeah. What is all this? You turn on the light? Yeah.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Ah. Okay, so they left. Everybody left. She's 17. Is her mom still in the picture? What about her dad? She's not mentioned. What is that? A Red Bull. By the way, I got a Red Bull. Where is it? Got the Red Bull, guys. We are locked in. Sugar free. Okay, let's go. I guess over here.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Interesting. I thought she was scared.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh. Holy shit. Edith, Eddie, Dawn, and Lewis. Edith. Oh, where is the... Okay. Maybe it was Edie, not Eddie. Living memory. 1988 to 2010. Crazy. What is that, 28 years old? Brother to Edith, son of Dawn. Great-grandson to Edie. So there's no dad in the picture. Okay. LWOT. The what?
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Is that like the air coming through? I'm assuming so. Let's go left first. Let's go left.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Night
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
I have no idea what is happening. I'm so intrigued. So really intrigued.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
I really fuck with that analogy, but I don't. Because...
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I keep on feeling like this is a horror game, and I'm not nervous, but I am, in a way.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Ah, shit. We could, literally, this is glass, we could just break it and open it from the inside. Like, pretty easy. November 2010. It's actually November 21st today. It's a Thursday. Crazy. And we're in 2024. I wonder what the hell this is. Okay, that's for Edie.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is like kind of
Lewis told me
creepy.
there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I doubt that this is the key for that. Oh my god.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Wait, what? What? How cool is that? What? That's actually really cool. Going.
From the paintings on the wall, it was
Whoa.
clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Okay.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Is this the room? The first
Just like
room?
I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This is Molly's room. Wild. Orcas, islands. What? Orcas, island, calves. Not yet. Dissection of a sea star. Crazy. So they were all into like their own thing.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's pretty fucking dope.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Mm. Were they all that secretive about their stuff? Molly.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Wait, I'm starting to get sad. Wait. This has an effect that I didn't expect. Gerbil food. Don't tell me she ate gerbil
The
food.
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
That sucks. What is that? Fish?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh man.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Is she gonna try to sneak out? She's hungry.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no, she's eating toothpaste?
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Wait.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Did she fall? Or is this a dream?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh shit. Where do I go? Right here? Bro, am I like a genius or something? Or is it just making me do this? What?
I jumped and I almost got her.
Is this like what I'm supposed to do? Am I eating this fucking bird or what?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Ooh, that's
Now
crazy.
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Wait, this is like insane.
Rabbits.
Got one.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Jeez.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Find something bigger.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Holy shit. Wait, I'm so confused.
Suddenly, I was a shark.
Damn. Wait. This shark should not survive this.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
I missed. Bruh, this is not that easy. Got him. Oh shit.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where's it? Where's it? You ever been a hunter?
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I? A fucking octopus? I'm confused.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet.
That high key scared the fuck out of me. The music is like
wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly with a rusty razor, shaves belly with a rusty razor, shaves belly with a rusty razor.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I saw something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Okay.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay. So confused right now. Is this all a dream still?
I got closer and closer.
Her cat.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I don't know what that means. She was 10 years old.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
She was 10 years old. What happened? What happened? Confused.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Yeah.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Okay.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Is this her room? Grandma's.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Dragon kills Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Oh, shit.
She could have, but she didn't.
Yeah, it's cooler. Built 1937. Sven Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
72-year-old woman refused to evacuate because of little forest fire.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith, Sanfoto, Conspiracy Now, Weird America, The Finches, Home Movies, Random Junk, My Friend Bigfoot.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Why not? Wow.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Louis. Maybe
Her room
that's
was like a museum.
Odin, 1880, 1937. Who's Odin?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Jeez.
Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Whatever's wrong with the family. I mean, there's nothing wrong with your family. Is that a dwarf? About to leave through the same way I came in. Oh, there's another door right here.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Crazy.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Okay, this is pink.
It was a pretty big trace.
Hell yeah. There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Wild. That is wild. That's so cool. Okay, so he had a...
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
They called it like a red room or a black room, dark room? Something like that. Notes. She pulled it just to fucking get it out of here. Fort Calvin. Okay, Odin Finch National Park.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Okay. This house, by the way, is the coolest house I've ever seen. Like, just
I guess
thinking,
my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Thinking about like all the things that obviously still me growing, I would love to have like a secret room in the house, you know, like, and it doesn't have to be secret, but like, you know, it's just a cool way to open it, a bookshelf type thing.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
I know people like that.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
No.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Going around where?
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. but I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
He was 11 years old. That was really sad. That was really sad. But the way that he wants to remember his brother is actually so like uplifting. Like, and to write that at such a young age is wild. Like,
After
my
the
brother
funeral,
wasn't scared of anything.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
That's so cool.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Where should we go first? Going to Barbara's room then.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Yeah.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
How? Afterwards, what? Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Wow.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh, shit.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
Oh, no. no.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Hey. Damn.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, it's gonna be the inspiration. What the fuck?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Bitch!
Oh!
Rick?
My bad, yo.
Relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb,
Crutch.
have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Oh no.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Why is he playing the fucking Halloween theme song? But I like it.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh no.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He
Is this
couldn't
real?
get enough of Barbara.
Is this
Okay,
real?
Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
No, don't get caught.
She played her part beautifully.
We need all that cake in that thing.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Bitches!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Hell yeah, let's go get this dumbass. One crutch. Easy fucking work. He's gonna get up. He's not gonna be there. He's not there.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
How the fuck did he leave that fast?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
What the fuck? I'm so intrigued, it's crazy. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh dear.
You were wonderful.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
What happened to the
And
fucking
she
hooker?
saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
Wild.
Girl, she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Wow.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
That story was pretty insane, honestly. It's really
I guess
like...
now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, but it's pretty insane. Like, if this was anywhere, like, true, or... I'm sure there's stories like this as well, you know? Like, so interesting, such rich history. This is such a well-put game, I love it. Like, genuinely, I do. So far. Like, this is gonna be the first time she's going into the into the basement. And she found out through a freaking comic book. How wild is that? Whoa.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Look at that.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Uh-huh. This punching bag.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
I wonder who was hiding.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Dude. If you guys make me a famous YouTuber, I'm gonna do this with my house.
I remember
You know.
asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
That's so crazy. I'm already done with this.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter. What the fuck? So where you like lived?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule. Today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Wow.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Interesting. This is the second one, right?
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
That happens. That does happen. That's deep. Pause.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
There's another freaking thing? And is it like leaving the island? Where is he leaving?
I know it's out there somewhere.
It's out there. What? What is?
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So many freaking... Man.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
It's like sad to think though, you know, like there are a lot of things that us children don't pick up on, don't really see until we're adults. But
maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Sometimes
but
it's
if
not
she
fair.
never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yes.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
What?
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
Yes.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
I don't know why this game is so fucking sad.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
No. This is your family history, your family story.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Yes. But who are you?
And the history you're a part of.
Who am I? Who am I? I'm not Edith. And who am I? Am I supposed to go to somewhere? I'm pretty sure I'm going
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Are they not true? Why would she say that?
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I love how interactive the game is too. With anything, you have to like. It's not just a push and it happens. Like you have to push yourself.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That's true. Oh man.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Walter, Barbara, Star. Walter's the one that was stuck underground. Calvin, the one who jumped off the thing. Molly, the one that turned into a cat. Did she just fall out the window? It's so sad to think about. So sad.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Like that, and then the house.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
But the old house?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
So Sam is her dad, and Gus and Gregory are her brothers.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Who's Sanju?
things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
What? So that's why she's writing this, okay? She's writing this for her daughter. At 17? At 17 years old? That's not okay.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
What does that mean?
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Oh, wow.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Interesting. Get into it.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Give me a minute to check the map. eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad,
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
He looks like a fucking creep.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Holy shit. You're ready to eat. I'm gonna keep saying it.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah. You guys make me famous, I'm gonna make a house like this for sure, for sure. That is the scariest fucking baby I've seen. That mouth is crazy. Awesome.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
What is this? Let's go here first. Force contract?
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
What the fuck?
It's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam?
I know you did everything you could.
Wait, what is this?
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish you could have told us about the war. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck. Love, Sam.
He was 1 year old. I can't imagine, like, I can't.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our
What
father
wedding?
never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh shit.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Augusta. Oh, the tent is over here. Okay. Oh, on the bottom.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that. Yeah, go inside.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
It's a really, really heavy game. Raise flag, 7:30 a.m. Breakfast, 8 a.m. Quiet time, 11 p.m. Duties, Dawn, sweep and trash. Gus, mop, mow yard. Greg, yeah, baby. Bro. No way.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Mm-hmm.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Wow.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta,
Sanjay.
where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh my gosh.
Louis was born a year later.
Am I going up? No. Up.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
That's why she came back here. Milton, Edith,
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
This is so, like, there's a lot of information for sure, but it's so interesting. It's so, like,
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
I'm flipping through it. Wow. And you can go inside. Wait.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That's why they haven't put any. They don't think he's dead.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
I feel like he's still alive somewhere.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Is that why he left? There's something in the house that he found out, probably?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis. 88 to 2010. Is that a hookah?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
It's definitely a hookah.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
High school diploma. I've never framed my diploma. I don't think I've ever put one.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation.
Right.
As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Whoa. Wait, how do I move though? Oh, I have my fingers on the wrong way.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. he'd feel his way about.
Solving a fucking puzzle while
Then
doing
something
his job.
moved. Bats
Bats. Whoa.
and toads. And things that have not names.
What if it's like the
He
dragon?
knew it was all in his head.
Oh, nice.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hey.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
What's up, dude? Brick by brick.
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Hey.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Mario?
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
radiant rainbows.
Toss that shit. Oh my god, toss it.
He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
This is so cool. Like, honestly, I've been so speechless for a long time because, like...
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Manifestation, you know? Some people are like, if I think
He began to forget the world we know.
Is that why he was imagining so much?
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
He just always thought of other things. Finch.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him.
Wait, he's going up?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
That's a guillotine.
rest, I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
So many people go through mental problems, and it's so crazy. It's really, really hard to...
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Did I miss someone? Dawn? What's the last person? That's so sad. It really is sad. Like it hits in a way that...
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
That's so sad.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Damn, bro. It's a heavy ass game. It's really...
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
This is sad.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
She's scared of the curse.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
History of the Finches. Don't know why that happened, but okay.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
What the fuck?
For a while, I wandered.
Wow.
I started seeing things.
Oh, wow. Let's get the Ellen.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
What?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
What the?
It's mine.
Oh,
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Don't rip it, don't rip it, don't rip it, don't rip it.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
No, she's just there.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Where? Where did she go?
After that, we moved around a lot.
So she doesn't have a broken
We
arm.
both tried to make the best of it.
Oh, shit.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Oh, shit.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
That sucks.
The last Finch left alive.
That sucks.
Until I found out about you.
Are you having a kid?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
What? Why?
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
That fucking sucks. I don't cry. I'm not an emotional person like that. I'm really not. Cherish who you have in life. Learn everybody's story if you can, and don't take anything for granted. Truly don't. Because you never know when it's just gone. You never know when things are just gonna end, and you don't know when you're gonna see that person again. Never end a conversation with an argument or with a mean comment or anything. Just, you don't want to regret anything. This is based off of experience. Something that just happened recently in my life that I'm still coping with. Nobody wants to live with regrets. I love each and every one of you guys. I really do. And thank you for all of your support. If you've made it this far in the video, you are dope. You are so cool. And if you watch the whole thing, you're a real one. I love you guys. And if you ever need somebody to talk to, if you're ever going through mental illness, ever going just through something that you feel like you're alone, you're not, message me on Instagram. Message me anywhere. You have my number, you have it. Like, just don't forget. You're never alone, okay? Thank you guys. That being said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.